Hello and welcome to the podcast We Are Selling. My name's Lee Woodward of Realtor. Our tip for this session is structure, and we're going to be looking at the prospecting sequence from finding it to signing it. To best coach you on the prospecting sequence, I'm going to break it into 10 steps. These steps are the actions you would take to achieve the consistency and repeatable performance of a digital prospecting program where you can pitch, sign and sell real estate. And what I would like you to do is visualize this sequence, horizontal, steps 1 to 10, each one with its name, and then I'll give you the content and context behind the steps and how you make it work. And if you are taking notes, take a moment to grab an A4 bit of paper, put it in landscape, draw up box 1 and label it as claiming doors. So box 1, step 1 is claiming doors. Claiming doors is when you drive through your area and you're looking at all the established clients and transactions that you have done, and you say, that is my door, I sold that to them, and that one over there is one of my previous vendors who purchased a house off somebody else, but that's one of my doors because I have that relationship. And then whenever you meet a buyer-seller or anyone in the community who's going to be releasing the asset, just picture your brand on that door. Now, we've done a coaching tip on claiming doors before, but the magic number is this. You need 900 consented doors with your visualization on that door to give you 46 transactions a year. 946 transactions. And claiming doors is the first step of our prospecting program. Box number 2 will read price update. Every one of these doors that you've now claimed, and when claiming doors, anyone with title and pulse in your area, you need to get them on a price update. And the price update is that digital prospecting moment that we're sending it to that door one-to-one. And when they open it, you get notified that they've opened it. And obviously we're using the pitch product of Realtor for the price update. If you haven't seen the price update, go to realtor.com, book a demo and have a look at our site. And remember that 1 in 10 price updates is resulting in the opportunity of the appraisal, or the other word we use, the assessment of the property. Box and step number 3 is call and connect. As we do this sequence, one of the great techniques is to warm up the data. And if we've claimed a door, sent a price update, that price update has been opened, you've been receiving your text notifications. When you call, you haven't caught them off guard and you've warmed up the data, which results in a far better extended conversation. And the call could be as simple as, Helen, it's Lee from ABC Real Estate. How are you? Excellent. I recently just sent you a price update of all the surrounding sales around your place. Did you receive it? Excellent. And what were your thoughts about those surrounding sales? Out of dialogue and then back into your normal chat like you're at a barbecue conversation is a great way to connect with your future seller. Step 4, send something. This sounds simple, but what I'm referring to is send a great link to a property that complements that phone call. So, for example, you've had a chat about the price update, and then you send a link to one of your brand new timed auction sales, and the text message may say this, Helen, this is the property we discussed, where I think the buyer who buys this one may buy yours. Click on the link and let me know what you think. Step 5 is price update number 2. And depending on the duration of 6 months or 12 months, this is where you start to see the traction of the program. And here we are, 50% the way through our sequence at step 5, price update number 2. Step 6, send just listed links. Any links of your digital inspections of the properties you have, either back on your site to the portal or of your timed auctions and timed sales pertaining to their property is another great way of staying connected without just making phone calls. And by sending the just listed links, you have warmed up the data for that next phone call, which gives you a better connection. Step 7 is to book the appraisal. Step 8 is send your pitch presentation or what we otherwise know as the digital introduction. The digital introduction is again using the pitch platform of Realtair, and it's a real important part of this sequence. Let the index do the heavy lifting to the conversation that you would have in the lounge room. And we have some incredible companies, some incredible agents with absolute stunning contemporary digital introductions, or people are using the proposal up front as another form of pre-listing kit going out prior to the appointment. Step 9 is to inspect and present. And this is that traditional listing presentation, listing conversation with the owner. And my tip here is to interview the owner, and remember, questions get answers, statements get judged, but that is the moment of that best part of the delivery, the grand final from this entire sequence is number 9, when you inspect and present. And finally, step 10 is sign the agreement. The digital signing process from Sign of Realtair provides you with the perfect digital education moment of the owner that the authority is the final proposal, and that by signing this agreement that will activate my services and we would be your agent. And that concludes today's program, another episode of the podcast We Are Selling, and I've given you 10 steps in less than 10 minutes that allows you to have a professional real estate find it to signing it sequence. To find out more about pitch, sign or sell, the digital agent, the digital transaction, please reach out to Realtair on 1300 367 412 or visit realtair.com and book a demonstration with one of our real estate sales professionals. I'm Lee Woodward. Thank you for listening. I'll see you next week.